Age.
Yes, going south.
You were hurt. And I would even extend that to say that many men have same-sex sex as teens. They masturbate together or they have sex together, and about 2/3 of those men, they grow up straight, but others, but I don't look, my daughter's 12. Sex is way too much fire and ice for her to handle. Way too much. You need a post? No. Sex is way too much for her to handle. I mean, she's still almost young enough for a Barbie doll or High School Musical. She doesn't have time for these other things. She doesn't have the mind or the body for these things. She's just now starting to grow. She's just now learning about menses and periods and training bras. She doesn't have time to be giving guys oral sex because that's what they want in 7th grade. And in the straight population, we have endemic diseases of the throat, like gonorrhea. Ask any nurse in any school in the country, even elementary. Women and men come in with a strep throat, a persistent strep throat. They have gonorrhea here because they've had oral sex. Why is it okay for 10-year-olds to do this? It's not okay. So my experience, both anecdotal or clinical or whatever, is that many gay men and women had either a bad experience with their same-sex parent where they felt abandoned, or they're abused. Now, homosexuality is a couple of things, if I can oversimplify, okay? Homosexuality for a man is fascination with maleness. It is a worship and obsession with penises, with all that a man is. If a man had no father, an absentee father, or a cold father, he grows up not knowing what a man is, he grows up not understanding his identity, his role, and he becomes obsessed with the male organs. But how do homosexuals have sex? Have you ever thought about it in that way? If I could be so bold again? Men and women who are gay have the same kind of sex that straights do. You ever thought about it that way? If I were to have gay sex with a man right now on the campus, other than being arrested, I would use my hand or my mouth or my anus to do what? To encircle and stimulate a penis. Male gay sex is not that different from male-female coitus, which is natural and God-designed. It's not an evolved thing. If the two men have sex, they are mocking or imitating intercourse. If there's not lubrication, it's uncomfortable. If there's not arousal, it's uncomfortable. Now, if I'm a woman, I have sex. Two women are going to stimulate their clitorises, or they're going to vaginally penetrate with a finger or a dildo or whatever. But it's still straight sex played out in a frustrated role. I find, and I believe you'll find, and also remember I make a distinction. I'm not talking about someone experimental or bi-curious. I'm talking about raw, hardcore, tattooed, butch haircut, I'm gay. I'm kidding. I'm going about 12 steps beyond that. I'm talking, I've never been with a woman, never will be. I've never been with a man, never will be. These folks are struggling with their identity. They're struggling with their clothing. They're struggling with their lifestyle. They're struggling with their location. But they don't need special protection. They mostly migrate to cities. They're not breeders, so they mostly migrate to New York, to San Francisco. They mostly work white-collar jobs. They're mostly intelligent. Many sexual deviants are extremely intelligent.